It's the end of the week, but the start of Luke and Lewis.
Check it out. Let's go.
On 1019.
You ready?
The Fox.
Luke and Lewis on the Fox. It is a Sunday night. I'm here with Luke, and by that I mean Luke is actually recording from Perth.
I am, but I'm still here.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds the same.
Yeah,
But I'm
so-
just at the other side of the country right now.
Our voices are meeting together in your cars, but Luke's 3,400 kilometres away from me. Luke, what's the difference between the Melbourne studio and the Perth studio?
Nothing. There's like a vibrating noise here. I don't know how to stop it.
The whole place is vibrating.
Yeah, I think there's an earthquake in Perth right now.
Perthquake.
And other than that, no, it's just going to be same old show. What do we have coming up on the show today, Lewis?
Well, the main thing that I want to talk about throughout the show is the fact that right now it's nighttime here, but in Perth it's daytime.
Yeah, it's
So-
true. I'm looking outside right now, and it's the middle of... Well, it's not the middle of the afternoon. It's 4 o'clock in Perth.
Yeah, well,
There's still people going about their day
Yeah.
here, which is blowing my mind. And I can see outside in your camera, it's nighttime.
Yeah, so it's day and night here on our show, but after this...
Did we just explain how days work?
I think so.
What a great start.
Coming up after this, we're going to be talking about childhood habits. This is Luke and Lewis on the Fox. Luke, you're on tour at the moment. You're flying around everywhere.
Yes, I am currently in Perth doing the show, and yesterday I was in Adelaide. I'm a busy boy. I got things to do, places to be, so you pretty much just people to see. Not many people, actually.
Not many people coming to the shows?
Oh, no. Well, no, I just don't have any friends here, but
Okay.
that's why I'm
good.
doing the show right now to you guys. Now, Lewis, I was in Melbourne Airport before I left on Friday,
Yeah.
and I went into the toilet, and as you do, that's not weird. That's not the weird part of the story. And I walked in, and I was at the urinal. I was just about to go, and there was a guy next to me just finishing up his business, and it was pretty quiet. I guess it's not often loud in the toilet. There's not a lot of chatter going on in there. And
No, it's not a good chat zone.
no, and under his breath, he just starts humming to himself.
Yeah.
So he's finishing up. He's getting to the end, and
So he's at the urinal?
Yep, he's at the urinal. He's putting things back in where they need to be, and he starts humming a 1, 2, 3, and a shake, shake, shake. A 1, 2, 3, and a shake, shake, shake. But like a really soft under his breath, like a 1, 2, 3, and a shake, shake. And I just turned around and I was like, is this guy singing a jingle to remember what to do in this situation? Like,
How old was the guy?
about 50?
Oh, so not 10.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, and he was just humming to himself, and then he kind of finished up, got it, washed his hands. Wouldn't be surprised if he went to the tap and was like, and I turn the tap on, and I dry your hands. But like, and I couldn't believe this. I was like, this guy has clearly been told this as a child.
Yeah.
He's clearly been...
I mean, you'd hope so.
Well, yeah, unless he's made up an original.
Hopefully
but,
a stranger didn't correct his form when
Yes.
he got on the plane.
But yeah, it was so weird. And I was like, this guy's been taught this as a kid, and it's continued into adult life.
Yeah. Well,
And
I think that childhood habits can sometimes stick with you. Like I got a childhood habit that just won't go away. Like
What?
when I was a kid, I used to take showers, and they were too long. Remember when you always had to take 4-minute showers? We had timers.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get out of the shower, so
you still should, by the way.
Yeah,
Like,
you should. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I figured out how to do it. Every time it was time to get out of the shower, I would just do like a 10-second countdown in my head. I'd be like 10, 9.
Like to psych yourself for getting out because you're like, oh, it's warm. I don't want to get out.
Yeah, because you never want to get out. So if I made it
Yeah.
into a fun countdown until I hit the button, which is turning off the
But
shower.
did you have the self-control to actually turn off the tap at 1?
Mate, it works every time. And if I don't do this, I won't get out of the shower. I'm
See-
24. I do it every morning. It's just stuck
You're a
with
child.
me. Oh,
At
yeah,
least-
I am.
At least you know how to finish up going to the toilet, though. At least
Yeah, that's true. I don't need a song for that.
I there's only one thing I still do in my adult life that I probably shouldn't do that I still do from when I was a kid is when I'm trying to work out like left or right. So say if someone's like turning, like when I'm driving, like, yeah, chuck a left.
Yeah.
I'll put out my hands on the steering wheel into an L shape. And then occasionally, I don't do it often. Sometimes I know, but if I'm not thinking,
Yeah.
I'll see which one is an L. And if it's a perfect L, it means it's left. And if it's a backwards L, it means it's right.
Man, I haven't thought that. Like,
you put out your finger and your thumb.
yeah, when I was learning left and right, I
Yeah.
did it once, and then I was like, "Oh, that makes sense," and I never did it again.
You're missing
And
out
you're
because it works every time. It's 100% foolproof plan. Okay.
Well, we were thinking, guys, give us a call on 131060. What childhood habits do you still have that you can't stop doing that you probably don't need to do anymore? Give us a call, 131060. We want to hear it. What childhood
Can
habits?
you top jingling a shake jingle post urine? Okay, can you top that? I don't think there's anything more childish than a 50-year-old man singing to himself as he shakes his manhood. Okay?
No, but if you can top it, give us a call, 131060. What childhood habits do you still have? We're asking you guys on 131060, what childhood habits do you still have? Because, Luke, you ran into an extraordinary one in the airport bathroom.
I was finishing up going to the toilet, and the guy next to me was almost finishing up, about to. He had to do a couple of shakes, obviously, as you
because you're at the urinal, you know,
at the urinal, and he started singing a 1, 2, 3, and a shake, 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 and a 1, 2, 3, and a shake, shake. I'm like, mate, you're 50. You don't need to sing a jingle to remind yourself to do that. It should just be a thing you do.
Yeah.
Or like, you know what I mean? You don't have to. It's not a process that requires a jingle. And clearly, someone's told him this jingle as a child. And by the way, I've never heard this one. So if you're listening in your cars, don't be weirded out. Like, I hadn't heard that one. It's not a jingle. I think the guy made it up.
Yeah, maybe he just taught that to himself when he was a kid.
Even as a kid, all someone said to me was like, "Oh, by the way, mate, you just give it a bit of a shake."
And that's it. Yeah.
You don't need to go, how many shakes? 1, 2, 3. Oh, what about if I forget though?
I know. Yeah, you just need
here's
as
this
many
handy
as required.
jingle. Anyway, we asked you guys on 131060 what things from your childhood, what childhood habits are you still doing? And Chris, what childhood habits do you still do?
So I still sing the alphabet song whenever I brush my teeth.
Right, and is this more about the letters or your teeth? What's this habit do for you?
It's just for the duration. So basically, whenever I was a kid and my parents were teaching me how to brush my teeth, I was always singing the alphabet song A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
And how long does the alphabet song go for?
I think,
Just your average brushing session.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, depends how many times, you actually sing it, sort of thing.
Is it hard to sing while you've got a toothbrush in your mouth?
I basically just hum it. Or,
Smart.
Like, sometimes it just comes in my head and I just think about it and sing it to myself, sort of thing.
That's pretty childish, Chris. I'll be honest.
That's brilliant.
I mean, surely you can just be like, hey, I think I've brushed my teeth at an adequate level because I'm an adult. Now I'm going to do something else.
Nah, I like this. I like this song. But we're going to go we're going to go from some good dental hygiene to some bad. Brittany, welcome to the show. What's your childhood habit that you can't get rid of?
Oh, so as a kid, I used to, just like when you get Milo, like you put heap teaspoons in, mix it around, and then just drink a Milo like a normal person. I used to drink it, like eat it with the spoon, like every single drop of milk. And 23 years later, I still do that.
Just like a powder?
Yeah, but like, no, mix it in with the milk, and then you know how you just drink it?
So instead of drinking out of the cup,
I'll eat it.
You treat it like, but it's not, you're not eating it.
Oh,
it's
but you're putting in so much Milo that it's like a sludge.
No, not really. It's just like a normal Milo. But like, then you put the spoon in the sink and you go ahead and drink it.
Oh, so you just don't know how to drink.
Pretty much.
You've got a drinking problem.
That's childish. Do you know how to drink? You just avoid it.
I do. I just like I just like it to last a bit longer.
And it's just with Milo you do this?
Yeah. Any other normal drink, I'm more than capable.
You don't spoon orange juice?
No.
Right. So,
because that would be weird.
How long does it take you to finish a glass of Milo? That'd take ages.
A while. Oh, yeah, a while. My partner's very embarrassed.
Yeah.
To go out, yeah.
I would be too. That'd take at least
you
a
have
couple.
a partner.
It'd take at least
I have a kid as well, so...
What does he do? Does he look at you strange?
No, he's actually a decent child and just drinks milk normally. So
yeah,
I don't think he's up to that level yet where he thinks...
I'm glad it's not genetic.
Thanks, Brittany. And Sophia, welcome to the show. What's a childhood habit you can't get rid of?
So every time I get asked to spell the word banana or I try to write it down, I have to sing the Gwen Stefani Hollaback Girl song, B-A-N-A-N-A-N.
That's great.
Every time.
Well, I mean, I think that's good. I just wish Gwen Stefani wrote a song like about a more difficult word to spell.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like photosynthesis or something. Even how to pronounce it would be good. Well, that's good. So, yeah, if Gwen Stefani, if you're listening, could you start pumping out more educational tracks? It'd help us. It'd help the wider community.
Yeah, and you know what? I reckon those songs would go really well. Then she wouldn't have to be on The Voice every day of the week.
Yeah. That's Christina Aguilera, isn't it?
Oh, it is too.
Oh,
well.
Great reference, Lewis. Well done.
Well, hey, both of them could work a bit harder, and then I'd know what they do. We were just talking to you guys about childhood habits that you can't get rid of, and we just had a caller come in called Lorraine. Welcome to the show. What's a childhood habit that you can't get rid of?
Vegemite with pasta, with little pastinas with little stars.
How did you even take that up? Like, how did that start, putting Vegemite in pasta?
Oh, well, my mother, as a little kid, used to give it to us as children, and I pass it on to my own kids. And I'm 55 now, and
none of the kids were taken away from their respective families?
No, all my kids, that's what they eat now as just a bit of a snack. They'll just cook some little pasta with Vegemite.
Is that it? Like just Vegemite, no cheese, no sauce?
No, that's what they,
Oh, like you use Vegemite instead of bolognese?
Yeah, that's right.
Why? I mean, so does your whole family still do this? All your siblings?
They still do it. My twins still do it. They're 27. I've got my daughter, she's 20, and she still does it, and it's just a habit.
Did you ever try it with iSnack 2.0?
Sorry?
Did you ever try it with iSnack 2.0? No one would buy that.
That's next level.
But after the break, guys, we're going to be talking about how much technology has gone into linking Luke and I together. Because Luke's in Perth right now. I'm in Melbourne. We're still doing the show. And something exciting is about to happen. It's about to be nighttime at the same time for us.
Well, it's already nighttime where you are in Melbourne.
Yeah.
But in Perth, we're still rocking the day, baby.
It's about to happen. We're going to talk about that next. It's Luke and Lewis on the Fox. We are recording the show in 2 different states thanks to the wonders of technology. I'm in Melbourne and Luke is in Perth.
Yes, I'm, 3,400 kilometres away right now, and you wouldn't even know. Thank you to, I'm assuming Elon Musk or NASA has something to do with it.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure how it works. I just got told to come to an address. It was kind of sketchy, actually. The radio station was gave me a time, a place. It was like some sketchy-ass deal, and then there was someone there to meet me who I'd never met before, and I was like, I could never come back. This could be the last show.
Well,
but we're on air, and it's working, so someone's done something right.
And when I say the wonders of technology, what I really mean is Skype. We're just doing the show over Skype with little webcams, so, you know, it's not... I actually don't think that Tesla had anything to do with it.
No, well, anyway. So it's still daytime here, which is something that I can't fathom because I can see out the back of your studios and it's nighttime in Melbourne, and that's blowing my mind right now because it's 2 hours behind here.
Yeah, I mean we're on very different vibes. Like I'm on a much looser party. It's nighttime vibe, but Luke, you're
never
all business.
Loose at 6:30 p.m.
on a Sunday. Look, a little bit more looser than 4:30 p.m. on a Sunday, I would say.
Yeah, and I would just say more looser because even if you had the option to do something in Melbourne, you could go and do something. But I'm in Perth, and this is about the best thing there is to do is just chat to you guys over Skype.
Yeah, I was going to say, I looked up, I was thinking because it's still daytime, even when you finish the show, it's still going to be pretty early in the night. So I looked up a few attractions that you could do.
I literally asked people on Snapchat. I got here and was like, hey guys, I'm in Perth. What is there to do? And the top 3 things, or was this top 2, was leave. It was number 1. And the other people were like, just go to Bali, man. That's what we all do here.
Well, I seem to disagree with that, Luke, because
apparently there's a good night scene in Fremantle, but Bali sounds way better.
I've looked up things that attractions in Perth, and I came back with just one thing.
Yeah, go.
Kalamunda Camel Farm.
I haven't checked it out yet. I've only been here for about 4 hours, but I've got a free day tomorrow before I come back. So,
mate, put that on the bucket list. Check out a couple of Perth camels.
Yeah, I would have done it if it had been Wednesday because it would have been hump day.
Hit the joke alarm.
Wow, amazing joke. Thanks for bringing that one to the show. Definitely worth saying.
Mate, just because you're in the state doesn't mean you can get away with trash like that on our show.
Just because the city you're in's bad, it doesn't mean the content has to be. But I'll let you guys know. Yeah. By the way, before we go, I'll let you guys know when it becomes nighttime here.
Okay, that's the main
thing. I think sunsets around, it's going to be about an hour. So we're still rocking daytime. It'll be a big announcement. I know no one in Melbourne cares, but I'll let you guys know regardless.
Okay, we'll let you know when it's nighttime. It's Luke and Lewis. Luke, you're a known boot enthusiast.
Yes, I do have a nickname and an alter ego on the show called Boot Luke, where I bought a new pair of boots about a month ago, and I put them on, and it changes me, not for the better, for the worse. It makes me arrogant and look, I'm wearing the boots right now, and you're probably sensing a change in my demeanour, and I'm sorry.
But, well, that's a weird thing to do.
They look
wearing
great.
Boots, apologising.
Yeah, so I'm not actually sorry. I was just trying to be polite, but no, I don't care because I'm wearing the boots.
Yeah, well, you call yourself a boot enthusiast, but I think someone else has got you in the boot department, Luke, because a notorious boot thief was recently arrested, and he was prolific. He did this all the time. He's a 43-year-old man, and I've got here from the article, it says, a room piled with work boots has been uncovered and a man arrested after more than $7,000 in bootwear was stolen outside the front of houses in Melbourne. He's just going to, like, instead of door knocking, he's just going up to their front porch, stealing their boots. And what does he do with the boots? Well, he doesn't sell them. I'm looking at photos here. He has 3 rooms filled with boots, and they're dirty work boots as well. Like, they're just work boots, so he's not selling them. Says here he's been doing it for the past 6 years.
Is he a tradie?
No,
Does he go through a lot of boots himself?
No, he's just a boot enthusiast, and he doesn't clean them either. So he's bringing dirty work boots and just putting them in his house. It would just stink out the whole house. And the police here, there's hundreds and hundreds of boots. They'd filled an entire school hall. What they're going to do is they're going to let people come in to see if they can identify their boots and pick them up.
I'm reading here 2,400 pairs. So that means I don't think you're going to get, like, okay, I like my boots and all, but if my boots got stolen, I'm not rocking up to a school hall sorting through 2,400 boots just to be like, there they are.
No.
$100, mate. It just buy some new ones.
I mean, really, if the guy's gone to all the effort of stealing, almost 2,500 boots, I'd just be like, he deserves mine. Because obviously I didn't want the boots that much. I only got 1 pair. This guy's got 2,500.
super pumped to get, I'd be super pumped just to be a part of that collection. It's probably the biggest boot collection in the world.
I mean, yeah,
it's history making being a part of it. And we wanted to ask you guys on 131060, what's your weird collection? Because this isn't normal. He's the only one I know collecting boots.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has a weird collection. So give us a call, 131060. What's your weird collection? Are you the boot thief? We're asking you guys on 131060, what's your weird collection? And this was inspired by a man was recently arrested for stealing $7,000 worth of work boots. He filled 3 rooms in his house just full of boots.
They reckon he walked up to people's doorsteps and with their work boots on there, and it was just work boots. He didn't target thongs, Crocs, sneakers, any other footwear. He was purely targeting boots. And they reckon he stole about 2,400 pairs.
Which is an insane amount of shoes. And he never sold them. He just kept them. And we've had Andrew call into the show saying, we've had John call into the show saying that he's missing a boot. John, do you reckon your boot was stolen?
It 100% was stolen because every day after work, I take my boots off, leave them at the front door. I got a front patio.
Yeah.
And I get up the next morning and go to work, and there's only 1 boot there.
Oh, so you reckon someone's taken one boot?
So I'm looking for clarification if this is thievery of pairs of boots or if it just he's a complete psychopath who just takes 1 boot.
So I think it did
one
suggest
is
that
a
he
much
was
more heinous crime than the other. See,
that's
stealing
cruel.
2 boots, that makes sense, right? 2 boots, I didn't really have a problem with, but taking 1 boot, that's a
you should have a bit of a problem with it still.
Well, at least it makes sense.
I just cling on to hope. I have the other boot, and it's just sitting in my greenhouse in the hopes that one day I'll have the other boot.
Maybe one day the boot.
Every time I go out there to do gardening or whatever, I stare at the 1 boot. And I'm just sad.
That's why hopefully, it's because it's an insult, because he knows you're going to keep that 1 boot.
No, but sometimes when dogs go away and then they find their way back home, hopefully the other boot will find its way back to its accomplice boot.
Yeah, we can hope. We can
only hope, John. Well, our prayers are with you. And good luck, Godspeed.
Thank you very much.
Now, Andrew, back to the kind of collection. We did say 131060. What is your weed collection? Because we were really not that bothered by him stealing the boots. We were more just impressed with his boot collection. 2,400 pairs. That's impressive stuff. So, Andrew, what's your weed collection?
Maybe not as impressive as that boot collection, but I started collecting belly button fluff.
No, I'm impressed by that. Hang on, wait. Before I tell you how impressed, how much belly button fluff have you collected so far?
Well, I only managed to get about 3/4 of an old school film canister full before my girlfriend at the time threw it out.
What do you mean only? That's so much fluff.
How big's your belly button?
Well, it wasn't that big or impressive, but I was just kind of curious as to where it came from and how much actually accumulated there.
Your clothes, Andrew. It comes from your clothes. That's where fluff comes from.
I just scooped it out and sat it on the bench, my bathroom bench, and the next day there was some more there. I'm like, didn't I clean that out yesterday? And I'll just sort of put it together and see how much I can get. And I had visions of stuffing a cushion one day.
This was less of a collection, Andrew, more of a science experiment.
Yeah, but I got it brought to an abrupt end when my girlfriend threw it all in the bin, and I had to start from scratch.
You should have done it in a lab, mate, not in your bathroom. There's your problem.
Your girlfriend should have also dumped you. I mean, I can't believe she just threw it out. I think you got off easy, Andrew.
Well, look, mine wasn't that impressive. I had to go searching on the internet to see if I was alone in this weird scientific observation, and I'm not. And there's some pretty heinous collections of belly button fluff that are all over the internet. I'm talking coffee jars full, so made me feel small time.
You don't try and make it sound like you're the only one. You still sound like a weirdo on the radio. Okay.
Thanks for calling, Andrew. Arlene, welcome to the show. What's your weird collection?
Hi, I have over 74 bottles of Impulse body spray with 2 sprays in each left. That's what's left in them, 2 sprays.
But
74 bottles. I can't get rid of them. It's like an attachment to them, because I know I bought that on a special occasion, and I know there's 2 sprays left. So if ever I go out on another special occasion, I can use those 2 sprays. But if I need to tell the truth, I have 76 with 2 full bottles. So 74 all up with 2 sprays left in them.
And Arlene, would you call that a bit of an impulsive collection?
I hope you were going to go there. Yes.
I hoped you would.
Yeah,
your prayers have been answered, Arlene. I've referenced your perfume.
I hated that more than your collection.
That is perfect. That was excellent comeback. Love it.
Well, you're welcome, Arlene. That's what we promise here on our show. Excellent comeback. So I hope you enjoy your weird collection. Thanks for calling, guys.
I do. I don't like looking at them. There's not much left, but I like looking at them.
Thanks for calling, Arlene. It's Luke and Lewis on the Fox. Right now, we're doing this.
We want a tandem bicycle. We want a tandem bike. We want our boss to pay for it. Yeah, that is what we'd like.
Firstly, guys, everyone listening to that, you're welcome.
Can we comment that we recorded our bits separately then, right? So I'm in Perth, Lewis is in Melbourne at the moment, and I sang the last bit so out of pitch, it was just like, it's so obvious we weren't in the room together.
But that's the kind of quality singing that you can expect from our show. Now, guys, what we're talking about is, because we're on the Fox here, obviously the Fox is always about advertising their shows and branding, and their newest move is by giving custom Jeeps to every single show on the Fox, except for us. Husey and Kate have their own Jeep. Carrie and Tommy's got a Jeep. Fifi, Fev and Byron, they have their own Jeep. Where's our Jeep? We don't have a Jeep.
You might have seen these promotional cars driving around the city, maybe coming to events. People just promoting the Fox brand, and we just thought, hey, we didn't even get contacted and say, hey guys, do you guys want a Jeep? No one even shot us an email.
We didn't. We weren't even given the option. And look, here's the thing: we don't expect a Jeep. We understand we're only on Sunday nights. Sometimes we don't even bother to be in the same state when we do the show. So fine, maybe we don't deserve a Jeep, but a boat would be nice, a scooter, something. So last Sunday, we threw it to you guys listening and asked what kind of vehicle does our show deserve. And we got a brilliant suggestion of a tandem bike, a bike that 2 of us can ride at the same time.
You're excited for that. I was still very much pushing for rollerblades, but I'm happy to settle with a tandem bike because it is something we can both use at the same time.
Well, if we did rollerblades...
By the way, when are we deciding who gets front and who gets back?
Well, that's a big discussion that's going to take a month, really.
I don't think it's an argument we should have over a webcam. It's something that might get physical.
It's at least a fist fight situation.
Yeah, okay. I'll wait till I come back. And then
yeah. So what we were thinking is we've landed on tandem bike, but obviously all these Jeeps are heavily customized. We're going to have to really pimp out our tandem bike. So we're thinking, what kind of accessories are we going to put on our bike to make it stand out?
we don't want it to look like any old tandem bike driving around Fitzroy, you know, going to your local cafe. We want it to look very Luke and Lewis, very commercialized, heavily Fox branded, purely because we're just trying to compete with the other shows here on the network.
Yeah.
All right, if Husey and Kate have their own Jeep, we need to start stepping it up a notch. I had a couple of ideas. Neon lights. I want it to look like something out of Tokyo Drift. Like, I think a general rule for the tandem bike
Can you
is...
drift on a tandem bike?
Hey, we'll give it a go. I don't know how hard the brakes are going, but I don't know how much the company's going to invest in hydraulic brakes, but I'm willing... Look, okay, let's just set a general blanket rule for the tandem bike. If Vin Diesel wouldn't ride it, neither do we.
Yeah, I agree with
Good,
that.
agreed.
Well, Vin Diesel and The Rock, because it's a tandem bike.
Yep, good. I think they'd break the bike.
Yeah, well, I think that obviously, really, we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves. The first thing that we want to sort out is a bike lock, because if we get a tandem bike, I mean, everyone's going to want to steal this thing.
It's going to be a good bike. I wouldn't trust a regular store padlock.
No.
I think we need to go custom, industrial, perhaps a chain.
Yeah, a giant chain. You can wrap around a tree.
Our producer James is just shaking his head because he's just listing all the expenses here, and it does not add up well for the station.
Yeah,
but,
we will clarify.
Hey, it's still cheaper than a Jeep, all right? We're not asking for a Jeep.
We haven't been promised this tandem bike. We've promised it to ourselves and to you guys. So we're just trying to put the pressure on the bosses here. And we don't want to rent this bike either. We want to own this tandem bike. That's our commitment to you.
I've got one kind of modification that I don't think they'll go for, because I think the station will say it's unnecessary and you don't need it. But
I agree.
It's more of a safeguard. It's future-proofing our show. A baby chair, just in case one of us has a kid. I'm not planning or expecting. I'm just saying, we could put Radio Mike, our button pusher, in the chair.
Yeah. Well, that's a good idea, but would that change the tandem bike?
That's true. It would change the tandem accent. It would become a threesicle. I don't know if that's an official word, but...
I think what you're looking for was tricycle, mate. I don't know if you guys know this about us, but we are actually certified criminals.
Yep.
And it's time to confess, all right?
And that's the best music we could find, is it?
Well, it's a bit noir. It's a bit detective.
Are we criminals 100 years ago?
Well, here's
apparently.
the thing. Okay, there's criminals, right? And then there's minor criminals. And I think we fit into the minor category. Yep. I think most people do as well. Everyone's committed a minor crime. And I think really what we should be doing today is just confessing our minor crimes.
So really,
to each other.
Our show just has criminal undertones to the show.
Yes, it's a bit of a minor crime mafia going on here. And this is initiation.
What crimes have you committed, Lewis?
Well, I actually committed one here at the radio station.
You did not.
Hope the bosses aren't listening. This might mean... I mean, I wouldn't get fired. I'd almost get an unofficial warning, like, hey, mate, not happy with this. But, you know, probably no real repercussions, as it is a very minor crime. So, in the kitchen, have you seen...
Well, is it even interesting to tell then? I mean,
I'm getting
you've talked it down so much now that it's...
It's a very minor crime.
Okay.
But, look, okay. Have you seen the lolly boxes in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Where they ask for a $2 coin and you can get a small packet of chips or a tiny bag of lollies.
Yeah, it's like one of those cardboard things. It's an honesty system.
Yeah.
Where you've got to put $2 in if you want a packet of chips or something.
Mate, they're very small bags of chips, okay? They're not a regular size. They're like the pocket size. And you know what? I'm not paying $2 for chips. So, you know what I did? $1. Half price. It's worth, even $1 is too much. I'm not trying to make some guy in the office $2 for a bag, all right?
Hey.
Don't bring your profit scheme in here.
You know they're charity
are they?
boxes, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You're just...
What? I thought they
you're
were
just ripping off the Starlight Foundation.
Oh, I thought it was just an employee in the office trying to make $2. Oh, sorry, Ron. I think that's turned into a bit of a major crime.
I mean...
Stealing from charity. That's a big no-no.
I don't think the bosses are going to be mad, but there's going to be some charity.
I'm so sad this is live radio. I would have taken it back. Well...
Yeah.
Look, okay.
Maybe we should get more intense music. Major crimes. Let's get the Law and Order music up.
Yeah, maybe. Well, do you have any minor crimes?
Well, I did a one that's
Can
probably
you
more
save
major
this?
than that.
Oh, really?
Well, it's a little bit minor. It's a misdemeanor. It was an airport misdemeanor when I was going through the airport yesterday.
Yeah.
They're like, everyone, please remove your aerosol cans from your bag. And I was like, what's the difference between it's on the bag or on the tray? You know when you put it through the scanner
Well,
and
yeah,
they
because it goes
make
back
you
in
take
your
it
bag
out?
later.
Yeah, I'm just going to put it back in my bag. it's an X-ray machine. They can see the same thing. Like, they were acting out like, oh, if it's in my bag, they can't see it. I'm like, I know you guys have an X-ray machine.
Yeah.
That's what it's there for.
Right.
So I kind of just didn't really think about it. And, like, yeah, I put it through, and then my bag got stopped. I had to wait around for ages. And, like, they were acting like I was a threat. And I was like, yeah, it's just some links, man. And then had to go through again. And then everyone at the airport found out I had Lynx Africa in my bag. And it was super embarrassing. So really, the crime there is using Lynx Africa still as a 22-year-old male.
Yeah, that's a major crime. But hiding it, very minor crime. So, guys...
But, they weren't happy.
No. And we want to hear from you guys. 131060, you can give us a call anytime. Do you want to join the minor crime mafia? Give us a call. What are your minor crimes?
Do you have a minor crime to confess? I mean, we don't want to hear about anything that will actually incriminate you, live on air. Keep that to yourself. Or, you know what? Hand yourself in, even better. Just tell us your minor crimes.
Yeah. This is Luke and Lewis on the Fox. Talk to you soon. We're asking you guys on 131060, what minor crimes have you committed? Because Luke and I are well known as minor criminals. We've got a bit of a minor crime mafia going on.
We're scallywags, I would say. We're not like hardened criminals, but we're on a steady path. Where, you know, if we keep committing such crimes, it may lead down a dark path.
Yeah, I mean,
so we want to.
It's not enough to get in trouble with, like, the real police or even a warning from the police. But maybe,
or even like a mall cop.
Maybe like a stern, hey, knock it off, man. Stop.
And that's enough to stop me. I mean, Peter, welcome to the show.
Thanks, mate.
What minor crime have you committed?
Well, obviously, I'm in uni, so I have not much money. So when I go to Woolworths,
and what are you studying at uni?
Medicine.
All right. So you will have a lot of money. I was going for an arts joke there, but continue with your minor crime.
We're just thoroughly impressed with your studies.
Thanks.
Keep going on your tuition.
Thanks.
What's your minor crime, Peter?
Well, I go to the Woolworths near my uni, and I get muffins and like all like the bakery stuff. Like I get them 60 cents because I scan them as white bread. So I get like a full feast. It's worth about $20 to get it for 60 cents. So good way to save money.
Wait, you're eating $20 muffins?
Oh well, I had a lot.
I mean, muffins aren't that much more expensive than bread. They're almost the same thing, really.
They're like $3.
That's an expensive muffin. Like, I endorse this
You're
minor
eating
crime.
Premium muffins.
Mate, welcome to the minor crime mafia. You're in, mate.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
How does it feel to be in?
It feels pretty good.
It shouldn't. We're criminals.
Pretty emotional right now.
Calling Peter.
David,
welcome to the
what's
show.
your minor crime?
Hey, hello, boys.
How you going, mate? What's your minor crime?
All right, so mine's similar. It's at Woolworths as well. When cherries are in season, they're like $25 a kilo.
Right.
Just double bag them so they look a bit blurred. Chuck them through as grapes. You got them half price.
That's incredible.
I mean, I'm sorry I'm applauding this. I mean, supermarkets are getting absolutely lampooned in this segment at the moment. But you can't knock that. I mean, you can because it's illegal, but genius.
Oh, it's genius. I mean, that's smarter than the guy studying medicine.
Yeah. If you're going to be a criminal, do it right, you know?
When cherries are in season, they're so bloody good, but they're so bloody expensive as well. So.
Oh, I feel ya.
That's good. So you're only a minor criminal when cherries are in season, which is very minor.
You're a seasonal criminal.
Just when they're in season, so part-time criminal here.
Well, you know what? I'm going to give you a seasonal pass to the minor crime mafia.
Yeah, we don't want you in full time, but you hit us up when cherries are back in and we'll have a munch.
Luke is in Perth. I'm in Melbourne. We're in very different countries, really.
I mean, I'm the other side of this country. Same country.
Okay, same country.
Everyone knows where Perth is, mate.
No, it's semantics. It should be a different country.
I did have to get my passport to get here. It was a hike. I had to go through international anyway. So, Lewis, we've been kind of talking about the whole show. It's daytime here and nighttime with you, but I have a new update for you all in Melbourne, okay?
Right.
We've hit dusk. Not nighttime yet, but we're transitioning.
So we're halfway to midnight. Do you reckon you're gonna hit nighttime?
I'm not sure if we're going to hit nighttime on the show. It's supposed to be at 5:28. It's currently 5:27 here, and the sun is not going away. The sun's hanging in there, and I appreciate.
We could hit nighttime during the ad break.
Maybe. I mean, that would be a quick sunfall or sunset.
sunset.
Does the sun go back up or down? No, it just goes. Guys, we'll talk about it after the break. I'll Google how the sun works in the song.
All right.
And then I'll get back to you.
We'll get back to you guys.
I think Perth's sun's different.
Luke's currently in Perth. I'm in Melbourne. And
Yep.
look, we were going to talk about something else, but during the song, Luke, you asked me a question that I think will just really tell all of you guys listening about the type of person that he is. You asked me, because it's different times in Perth, is that correct?
It's currently 5:30 here, 7:30 in Melbourne.
Yeah, and you said to me, hang on, shouldn't it be dark at the same time?
Correct.
Right.
Because they don't do daylight savings.
Right. So you think the reason why it's light in Perth and the reason why it's nighttime in Melbourne is because we have daylight savings and they don't?
No, it's just not that far away.
Right. So what you're saying
If it's dark, it's dark. If it's light...
if I change my clock to 7 a.m., the sun will be like, oh, time for work, and it'll get up.
No, but I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
Why are they 3 hours behind? Like, why are they 2 hours behind? Is it because the sun sets later here? Is that why?
What do you mean? Because the sun doesn't set. The Earth moves around the sun.
Yeah,
The
so
sun's
we're
in the
just
same
so
spot.
far away that it takes like another couple of hours to get dark.
Yes,
Is that
because the Earth isn't flat, mate.
Yeah, I know that. That's what I said to you during the song.
Yeah. Then where does daylight savings come into this?
Oh, I didn't really. I don't know why I brought that up. I was just like, oh, we're not that far away. Same country. It's just so weird because it's like still kind of light here, but it's been dark there since the start of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just confirming, has nothing to do with what we put on our clocks. It's,
Great.
It's how the universe works.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You should have just got the universe on the line to explain it, and it would have been less confusing.
Yeah.
Well, was this worth your time bringing this on the show? We could have talked about something else, but now at least I know how time works.
Yeah. Luke and Lewis on the Fox. Luke, I've read a news article the other day about a robot restaurant that's just opened up in Boston in America, and it's fully automated. They make stir fry. So you go in and you order on a touch screen. You can be like, beef stir fry, add this, take this out, and then the robot just takes that and cooks the whole thing in a bowl and serves it to you.
As in, like, it's like goes, here you go, sir. Or, here you go,
I think
sir.
it places
Or
it on
I
a
don't
bench.
know how the robot talks.
I don't think
but
it has to say here you go,
It doesn't
sir.
talk.
No,
Well,
it doesn't.
I'm not
It's a
interested.
rude robot.
I like it. I enjoy, if I'm going to be going, firstly, if you're eating stir fry out at a restaurant, I don't know, learn how to cook. Like, that's a home meal. And secondly, if
Is
you
it?
are doing...
I think Chinatown would disagree with you.
What do you mean? Stir fry is the easiest. I can cook stir fry. I can cook three things. Stir fry.
Yeah.
Okay, I can cook
You
two
can't
things.
even say
Stir fry,
stir fry.
and toast. That's it.
Okay, well...
I don't need a robot. I mean, a robot cooks me my toast, technically.
Yeah, so you can only cook one thing, and a robot could probably do it better.
Yeah.
All right, so you've got no argument left now.
No.
All right. Well, it got me thinking...
I wasn't arguing anything. I was just bragging about being able to cook.
All right, well, I was thinking, like, what other robots could just replace humans with?
So you want to see more restaurants with robots in them?
Yeah, but I do kind of agree with you in the sense that I guess the robot should have to be able to say, here's your meal, before you can just replace a human.
I'm fine with having robots serve me meals if they give me the exact same experience that a human does, if they have human characteristics. For example, if I go to a restaurant and it's full of robots, they must need to ask me at least once how you're enjoying your meal when my mouth is full and I'm only 3 bites in.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm used to. And if a robot respected my privacy and respected his distance, I wouldn't be interested in eating there. That's what I go for restaurants for.
Exactly, to get interrupted when you're halfway through a mouthful.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking, like, kebab shops, they could replace humans with robots, but only if the robot was wearing a singlet and it was, like, a really sweaty robot.
Yep.
And it got angry just for, like, no reason.
And it got angry at the other robot. Yeah.
Like, oh, this is exactly what I come for in a kebab shop.
And it also got angry at the other robots who are also being paid minimum wage. That'd be great. Yeah.
But a few complications come into that, because not only would you have to build a sweaty robot, that robot would also have to be waterproof.
Why?
To protect it from itself.
From its own sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, I would eat there.
Yeah.
Also, I was thinking robots, they should integrate it into Uber, like ride-sharing systems.
Yeah, well, they're trying to do that anyway. So just take the drivers out, just have the robot cars.
Yeah, but again, I don't want a complete robot experience. I'd expect them to program the robots to at least make one wrong turn throughout the trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And offer you mints, and then when you say no, they offer it to you again.
Repeatedly offer you until you guiltily take the Eclipse mints, and then
you think, why did he offer it 3 times? Is this actually an Eclipse mint? I don't know what's going on with this robot.
Yeah,
I think that's what you need. I was thinking also maybe personal trainer robots. They could replace real personal trainers, but all the robots, they need to have like a really shit tattoo sleeve. Otherwise, I'm not interested.
Yeah, and if it's not like if it doesn't look like a water painting from Thailand, I'm not interested.
Luke and Lewis on the Fox. That brings us to the end of the show, guys. Thank you very much for listening. But before we do finish, mate, you're in Perth at the moment. We've been waiting the whole show. Is it or is it not nighttime?
Guys, it's been a long 2 hours. It's been an afternoon here in Perth. We've been doing the show, but it's nighttime in Melbourne. I'm very excited to announce I'm flipping around the webcam now. It's nighttime!
It's nighttime, everyone. We've made it. Congratulations,
I mean,
Perth.
I would say I'm going to go out and party and hit up a nightlife, but it's Perth. I think everything's already closed. So
yeah,
it's a Sunday night. People are already in bed. They're ready to hit the binds tomorrow. I don't know what people do here, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, look, there's not a vibe going on outside. I think I saw one car before, and they're probably just going back to Adelaide or something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well,
I know
at least we made it all the way.
And I did say at the start of the show, Melbourne, I know you've been waiting to hear. Yes, it is nighttime in Perth. You can sleep better tonight knowing that that the day just didn't continue.
You guys are very welcome. Perth is officially dealing with nighttime. All right. Thank you very much for listening, guys. It's Luke and Lewis on the Fox. We'll be back next Sunday. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram if you want to see more. We'll see you next Sunday.
Luke and Lewis on 1019 The Fox.